Welcome to She's a Keeper. The Premier League is back, and so are we over here on She's a Keeper with myself, Charlene Smith, Pippa Monique, and Helen Luca. Welcome, everyone. Hello, ladies. How are you?
I can sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of my weekend now after yesterday's game. I'm good, buzzing.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, girls. Good morning, fans. Good morning, Arsenal. Good morning, football.
Yes.
We're very happy this morning.
Good morning, world, mate.
Good morning.
What a great start to the season. Complete opposite to last season. You know, when we had the opening game against Brentford, we managed to get a win and a clean sheet. I mean, how would you guys sort of sum up that performance? Let's start with the first half first.
Do you know what? The first 20 minutes of that first half, 15 to 20 minutes, was absolutely sublime. Like the way we was popping that ball around, had complete control of the game, and like the attacking threat that we had, like Jesus ran through the whole defense, and you know Martinelli really should have put that chance away. But still, that was in the first 3 minutes, and if that's not something to get excited by, whether you're an Arsenal fan or not, it's the first game of the season. You've popped on the telly, no matter who you support, for the first game, and you see that in 3 minutes, you think, oh, should we be worried about Arsenal this season? Should we? But then, you know, it kind of dipped in the second half. But you know what? The first half performance, can't complain about that. And we got the win at the end of the day, and we held on because Crystal Palace really tried to navigate through like our minor faults in what we were doing, but it didn't work. So we can't really complain.
And we really saw Crystal Palace come out a lot in the second half, didn't they? They was really trying to get a result against us. Helen, what did you make of it?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I felt confident going into the game, but I'm never naive. You can't disrespect Crystal Palace. They are probably the best Crystal Palace team that I've really watched in a very, very long time. Patrick Vieira is doing an absolute amazing job down there. I feel like he is really redefining the club on so many levels, and especially on the football pitch. And that's a separate conversation and a different show that we could even go into. But for now, I just want to say I did expect to win. I knew it wouldn't be easy, especially after the way they beat us away last season. But going into it, my score prediction was 4-0. And I know that was, it was because the way I'm looking at it, I've watched the boys through pre-season, and I know it's different. The nerves of the first game of the season, all the reasons of us being at Selhurst Park, the crowd, you know, like all the things that go into, you know, like the first game opening the season can creep in. But after watching the performance against Chelsea away, I'm taking away from that. If we took Chelsea apart, in that game. So the way I'm looking at it, if we did that to Chelsea, I know they might not have been completely at the same place as us in their pre-season preparations. We should go to Selhurst Park very comfortably and pick up 3 points. That was my way of looking at the match. And we did that. And I'm glad it wasn't too easy, because I don't want anyone getting too carried away right now. It's going to be a very, very long season. We don't have the itinerary required on the bench. We all know that. And it's crucial we have our core team available for the whole season. And that's very unlikely in any squad, you know. So we've just got to keep our best players fit, and the boys upstairs know exactly who they need to bring in. And I'm being patient. I'm giving them respect. And I think as a fan base, we need to kind of just hold tight now. I'm starting to see all the hard work that they've been trying to do in clearing, recruiting, putting the right players together to move us to a better place as a club. So I believe once they clear out the players they want to get gone in this last bit of the transfer window, I want to say I'm sure they're going to bring in another 2 or 3 players if they can get that business done in time. And if they don't, they definitely need to have learned from last season in January. Those additions need to be made. Otherwise, it's not fair. It's almost like another false security. It's like you've got here, but we've been there. We need to go there now. and that transition to really start competing, we can all feel it and see it. I just need it delivered now.
And I think as well, adding on to what you're saying as well, after the great pre-season that we had, there was so many Arsenal fans that were confident about yesterday's game going into it. You know, on my way to Now TV, big up Now TV as well. Thank you for inviting us down. We had a great time last night, celebrated the winning style. I was speaking to some fans on the way, and everyone was just in such high spirits. Really confident, and was expecting to see goals. Which my score prediction also was a 3-0 Arsenal win. And I'm just happy that we managed to keep the sheet clean. Although Ramsdale did have a few nervy moments initially to begin with, made me feel very nervous, but he then redeemed himself and made some really, really good saves as well.
But do you know what? Just touching on Palace quickly and touching on speaking to fans. I know you lot didn't actually see that this happened clearly, but after the game, a man approached me and said, "F Arsenal," when I thought he was a Spurs fan, but he happened to be a Crystal Palace fan, and we almost squared up. Not going to lie to you, because he was coming up to me. But then we calmed down, or he calmed down actually, and we spoke about football properly. And I actually said to him, Crystal Palace, like you said, Helen, have got one of the best squads I've seen in a while, and they've got a very good manager who knows how to win. I mean, he didn't do too well in France, but whatever, we'll not talk about that. But listen, I said to him, there's a strong possibility if all them players stay fit, they've got a good squad as well, not just they start 11. If they stay fit, I said, you could finish in Europe, you could finish 7th, but he said, no, they'll finish 9th or 10th. But I said, you've got a shout, because Leicester are going to dip probably. We don't know how well West Ham are going to do again this season. I said, that spot is up for grabs. But he wasn't too confident.
Yeah.
But, Crystal Palace look good.
I agree. I totally agree. And I guess it's hard to really know how a Crystal Palace fan, like how they view their situation. But for me, if I was a Crystal Palace fan, I'd 100% be trying to look to push the team on to believe that they could be getting a Europa spot potentially, like 100%. Because I totally agree with her. I think they've got a really, really good young set of players that are the future of football. So if they can keep those players, even if it's not this season, definitely next season they'll be knocking
knocking on a door.
Yeah, they'll be knocking on doors.
Climbing up there in Newcastle. Let's see how they do this season.
Exactly. Interesting to see. Listen, thank you to everyone in the comments, and thank you for joining us this Saturday morning. Big up to Ashok saying Ramsdale made some incredible saves last night. He deserves to have a clean sheet, and we know from watching All or Nothing documentary as well, he is very
he loves clean sheets.
Yes. So well done to him.
Can I just add something on that, speaking about the clean sheet? In previous seasons, we would struggle when we went through those periods of games where we are, when they are completely on top of us and knocking and, frustrating and shot after shot and mistake after mistake. And those mistakes would turn into a goal. That didn't happen last night. And a big reason that did not happen was Saliba. We have to talk about William Saliba.
We have been waiting to mention this name. I mean, the title of the video says it all. It's only one game is the title.
I mean, and that's a remarkable thing that we had 3 players potentially having their debut last night. Jesus, Zinchenko, and William Saliba. And for me, they were all magnificent. But for me, my star is William Saliba. I have been waiting. I've been not arguing, but I have been debating for like the last 3 seasons about wait and see how good this kid is. Trust me, he is going to be one of the best defenders. If we can get him back at the club and playing, he is going to be that spine in the team. And seeing that now happening, I am absolutely so happy.
We have.
And I'm not gaslighting nothing, like for real. Like from watching him, because I kept a close eye on him when he went on loan as well, and I was getting all my people in France giving me constant updates that went to every single game. So I'm not going on little YouTube clipped up videos or anything.
Highlights.
Like,
I mean,
trust me,
he was League R player of the season last year.
Yeah, but that wasn't just because of people voting for favoritism, and it was genuinely based on his performance in every single match throughout that season.
And you know, like you said as well, like, you know, normally we in games where the other team are on top and we're on the back foot, and we tend to make mistakes. The thing that I loved about last night is, even though there was a time where a period of the game where
we could have capitulated,
Ben White, who doesn't even play in the right back position, he was tormenting Zaha, and that's not easy to do. I'm not going to say he had a 10 out of 10 performance against Zaha, but he slightly got in Zaha's head and he was frustrating him.
He was
to the point where Zaha was
him.
getting very frustrated that he couldn't even get past him. And I mean, sometimes he did, but the shot wouldn't come off. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Ben White to do that against Zaha, who is a proven Premier League player.
100%. Ben White needs the respect and recognition, because he's literally, I mean, I don't know. Do any of you lot know if he's actually played much in a right back position? I know he's played more like as a defensive midfielder, but I don't know if he's really, you know, like ever played at right back. But to be put into that position, it's not easy. You know, like the nerves. Yeah, so I think he did very well.
And to be fair, just on Saliba again, even the times that Ben White couldn't, you know, stop Zaha, Saliba was there to clean up.
Yeah, exactly. Great cover from him.
I mean, I don't know. Did you girls get to see any of his stats about yesterday's performance? They were ridiculous.
Yeah, you got them there.
Yeah, his recoveries. I can't right now.
His long, what was the other one? Long passes, completed passes, long range passes.
His clearances. I think he made 7 interceptions. Yeah, like just they were very, very, very good.
Outstanding. And listen, with Saliba as well, he stayed solid even when we went through periods of the game where Palace was more on top. He stayed solid throughout that time.
Throughout
the whole 90 minutes, he was on point, which is why I said, listen, he is man of the match. I think it was from about the 60th minute. I was like, Saliba is man of the match.
Yeah, you said.
He stayed consistent.
He kept us in the game. And obviously not him alone. The whole team they all did their job. They all stayed tight as a unit, played as a team, played for each other, played for the badge. And that's all you want. That's all you want to see from your team.
100%.
Hey.
I was going to say, hi, how are you? Hi. Long time.
Hey, I was going to say, also just saying, can I just say you ladies are looking super beautiful? Right, back to the game. Well, thank you. All here with no makeup on as well. So
I've got glasses on because I'm so tired.
I just got a bit of sun, but thanks, babes.
Yeah, same. We're all fresh faced this morning.
What was I going to say? I forgot now. No, yeah, the frustrating thing for me is that I really, really wanted Jesus to get that debut goal. And I think most people did, because I think a lot of people, as we know, 77% have them in his fantasy Premier League team. So I think even non-Arsenal fans wanted him to score on the debut game, but it's coming. I feel like he's cooking up, man. He looks good, and he's instrumental to what's happening to that front three as well.
He's key
and
to
Martinelli.
So much of our play. But one thing that stood out for me yesterday, and I'm sure all of the brains within the club that need to bring in who they need to bring in would have noticed, we did really lack that final ball from midfield with our attacks as the game grew. So, you know, like the one that would just ping that ball wide, like we lack the creativity from the midfield. So that will be a concern against a better opposition.
Yeah, I'm still not 100% on this midfield. I mean,
no, I'm not.
I'm not a Xhaka hater. I'm not.
No, it's not. Hater. It's not. And Xhaka had a good game.
He had a good game, but I'm still not. I feel like what's the word I'm looking for? Like the status that he has is going to cost us games, because look how easy it was for the refs to take a yellow. When it wasn't really a booking in that essence of the game. It didn't need to happen. It could have just been a warning.
Yeah.
And I feel like those referees are going to just be card happy when they see Xhaka. It's still going to cost us this season. I know that's not his fault. It's not Arteta's fault.
It's not, It's a problem, though. And it's a problem that the FA need to really look at and maybe discuss with their, with their staff, with their members. Like, do we not need to address why is Xhaka always? I know, sometimes he's rash, he flies in, he makes late challenges. That was just like a telling off, and book him if he does it again. And when Crystal Palace had a couple of there was a dive when one of their players went down in the box. That wasn't a foul. The same player was not booked. So you need consistency. You cannot be booking just Xhaka. And we're not moaning and making this all up about Xhaka, but it's very evident for everyone to see. I mean, the games are televised live.
Yeah.
100%. And just seconding on that as well, they need to have consistency throughout these matches. If you're going to book Xhaka, you should have booked the previous players as well.
Yeah.
Otherwise, don't book him. And it's true what you're saying about his reputation, and it's such a shame, but hopefully it can get sorted, because we don't want to spend our season complaining about these refs.
But that was a really good point. It's disappeared from my screen now, so I can't see.
Fabio Vieira, yes. But it's so crazy. I
totally
keep forgetting that we have him. I keep forgetting that we have him because we haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, me too.
Exactly.
But that could be the piece of the puzzle that I'm talking about, because I haven't really seen him play yet. But I'm saying I could see we needed that creativity, that final ball pinged over,
and he could do
to
that.
kind of unleash some attacks. And maybe he's that piece of the puzzle. Or Tillemans as well.
Oh yeah,
that would be perfect.
I do feel like we will make a couple more signings as well. I mean, just going back, I keep referring back to that all or nothing release, because I think it's so nice to just get an insight into what actually happens, because obviously as fans we have our emotions, you know, when certain things happens in the game, certain decisions are made by, you know, Arteta and whoever else. But with everything that we've seen, are you guys trusting that the players that they bring in, you know, whether or not they make any more signings, are you sort of trusting everything that they're sort of doing behind the scenes?
What do you mean? Sorry.
So, because Helen was saying she wants to see a couple more players coming in. So what I'm asking is, are you trusting everything that they've done up until this point?
I'll answer.
Whether or not we make more signings, are you trusting?
Right. There's two parts to my answer. I'm trusting the players they're selecting at the moment to bring in, because there's key elements required to be an Arsenal player. And that I see anyway, from what I take from what I'm seeing from the signings they're bringing in, they need to be able to kind of play a certain way. So they're looking for players that fit the system that they're building. So I do trust them within that answer of the question. Do I trust fully? No, I can't say yes 100% yet. I really can't. But I'm beginning to trust what I think they've been trying to do.
Yourself, Pips?
If I'm honest with you, maybe I'm half asleep. I just don't understand the question.
Do you trust Arsenal Football Club?
Yeah.
And this process is
signing
what Charlene's asking.
Oh yeah, you know, like I do. I honestly do. And that's why. Look how much I've done a 360. Was it 2 years ago after the FA Cup win? So basically, after that Europa League fail against, was it Villarreal? I think it was. I wasn't an Arteta fan. I didn't understand what he was doing. Didn't understand what the club was doing, and I just thought it was all in disarray.
Yeah.
But now, over the last year or so, when I've seen literally a rebuild happening right before my eyes, a lot of those fringe players and players have gone and been moved on. Yeah. We've actually bought in replacements. We didn't do it straight away. We didn't bring in replacement, let's say, for Aubameyang in January. But I don't know how the business works. I don't know how quickly that could have got done for the player that they actually wanted. It's better that we take time and get a player that we want, like Jesus, than just rush and just get any striker that's whatever. But yeah, I'm trusting what they're doing right now, and it's giving me. I've got hope, and I never have hope. I've been one of those pessimistic fans. I'm like, what's the point? We're going to finish 7th, 8th. We're not competing. These players are not pulling their weight. They're not playing for the badge. That's how I felt. But now I see a togetherness. I see that the players are believing in themselves and want to win. And the players that they're bringing in are adding to that as well. They're bringing in players that are Man City players that are used to winning. They don't want to come to Arsenal and settle for 5th. They want to be in the Champions League again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's going back to what I was sort of saying, but I didn't go to the depth that you have. It was like the qualities that they're looking for in players is that it's leadership, winning mentality, a level above what we've got. They're adding the experience, even though they're still youthful. Yeah, they tend to go for like someone 2-footed or could play in more than one position, like Zinchenko. Like I could go on for very long. I tried to sort of like cover it all with, which sounds like
they're building. But they're building. I mean, like
And
even
that's what I'm
wanna,
trusting. That's what I'm seeing.
I even still feel like, I know this, I'm going to get slated for this. I even still feel like, should I say it? Yeah. Anyway, I still feel like fighting for top 4 would still be an overachievement this season. I'm going to say it because I feel like unless the business is done, that we get more players this summer and then in the January, unless they get exactly what they want, it's going to be very hard for them to compete. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, everyone's building their teams up right now, and we're still outside that Champions League zone. So even it wouldn't be an overachievement. Sorry, it would be, you know, just satisfactory. Do you get what I'm saying? Because Arteta don't just want to reach top 4. Of course he does, but he wants to win the league in the next 5 years.
Challenge. Yeah.
He wants to challenge for the he wants to challenge for the title.
But that goes back
to
what
they're building for.
Initially, we don't have the bench.
Yeah.
We don't have the squad.
Yeah.
We need to keep core players. And while you're in that position, it's very, very difficult. Hence why I go back to how much trust am I fully trusting. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm understanding, finally, going back to everything you've said, because for many shows, I was like, I don't understand.
Yeah.
And the reason why I didn't understand, because I'm conflicted. I can see his intense, meticulous ways with his coaching techniques, and he's so anal, he's so intelligent on so many levels that I could see, but then none of it was making sense because I wasn't seeing it on the pitch, and I wasn't understanding decision making on the pitch. Obviously I don't know what was going on off the pitch and any of that, but now I'm watching the documentary, the feeling I had about the man who he was, with his values, with his core beliefs as a human, I'm now seeing and I'm connecting with, which I could kind of see. My energy was picking up that vibe, but then it wasn't reflecting on lots of things I was seeing on the pitch, you know, in results or in the behavior of the way the team was being rotated, and it was just so many things for so long weren't making sense. But now I can see, we all know who our starting 11 is. You know, we know what team's going to be put out. We know what substitutions are going to be made. We know what we need. And if we're seeing that, I believe 100% Mikel knows who he wants.
Yeah.
Maybe we can't get them all right now because they're not available or there's different factors. But that's why I'm saying I get it now. You know, I feel like we're all aligned now as fans. But we're not there yet. We're really
There's still some things I don't understand. I'm going to need you ladies to help me understand. So what I'm going to need you to do is rub your hands together. Close your eyes.
We're doing what was in All or Nothing.
And what we're going to say is, this season, close your eyes, ladies. This season, we're not only going to battle for top 4, we're going to be in the top 4. We're going to finish 3rd. Or will we challenge for 2nd?
No, we're going to finish 1st.
Believe it. Believe it, and you will achieve it. Now
we're going to finish 3rd. I did actually say we're going to finish 3rd this season. We're going to finish 3rd this season.
Don't laugh.
If we're wishing and we're rubbing, and we're going
to feel the energy, feel the charge.
Yes,
charge. Now hold hands.
To finish 3rd this season.
Now hold hands. Let that energy continue.
Hold hands through the computer.
Let that energy continue.
There we go.
Nah, how funny was that, please? Like, I don't know how the players kept a straight face with that. I would be that teammate. I'd be that player that's just like, what the hell are we doing, bro? Like, I don't know how they was all like so straight face and just went, yeah, right. There was no questions. They all just did it straight away, like, yeah, cool.
They're better students than us, Pippa. They're not rebels.
Oh my god, no, they just must be used to these mad methods. Like, even the thing where there was like remember the formation on the board. And
yeah, but there was 2 formations, weren't there? Left hand side and a right hand side.
And
even but you know why that is, because the left part of your brain works differently to the right side.
I was just
going
to
say, he was tuning into that.
But even the other one, which honestly, when I was watching it, I was busting up laughing. Like, obviously, I watched it with like a room full of people, and I just bursted out laughing. I couldn't contain myself. He was on the flip board, and he drew a heart and a brain. And then they were holding hands, and I was like, you know, it reminded me of like those graphics that you see like at the dentist for kids or like the doctors, where it's like, make sure you brush your teeth, and it's like the toothbrush and the tooth holding hands.
That's what it looked like. But do you know what, girls? I can't lie.
It works.
I understand that, because with football, it's about mentality. I guess it's with anything in life, it's all about mentality. Do you know what I mean? Like, you could be the most talented player, But if you haven't got the right mindset, you ain't going to go out there and perform. You ain't going to be turning up. So this is something that I love about Arteta.
Yeah, I love that.
His methods are crazy, but I love it because I can relate to it. Do you know what I mean? It's all about the mindset and everything that happens off the ball and everything. So I know it sounds absolutely mental and it is funny, but I get it. And I love that about him. And this is what makes him so different as well.
Yeah, it's true what Muslim said, though. Aubameyang was only one of the only players that challenged it, because after the game, he was taking the piss in the changing room. Oh my God.
Maybe that's why he's not there anymore.
Yeah, I was thinking that. He's like, you're not with us.
From that point on.
If you ain't with us, you're against us.
Also, one thing that stood out to me as well, which there's nothing wrong with this, absolutely nothing wrong. But did you see the clip when he drove in, like, and I think Lacazette was like mocking him, calling him like golden boy.
Oh, yeah, like, the gold car
with his gold wrap, his gold boots, his gold everything.
I told you that guy was loud with the way he dresses.
No, we know this. Yeah, very eccentric, very I'm the baller.
Yeah.
I love it. I love his unique style. But I guess sometimes in the workplace.
Yeah, it's a bit mad. I felt like Lacazette was taking the piss out of him.
Of course he was.
That is so. There's been some other stuff that I've seen Aubameyang wear. Like, remember, Pips? He looked like
off-key.
Like,
you guys remember the off-key days?
Like every color going, and he was actually matching his car. Remember that shiny car he had that was very colourful, and like he had an outfit and a hat. He looked like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith. He had a hat to match it as well.
That guy was a character, man.
I do love Aubameyang's dress sense.
Lacazette was funny in the documentary. I can't remember what he said, but he was talking about, IKEA with his mum. My mum
yeah, no.
And they would go there every week.
I love
The
that.
question was, why do mums love IKEA?
It's true. I love IKEA.
Everything's there. Whatever you need, you're gonna find.
I like the food bags there. I don't really go often though.
I don't. Yeah, it's cool though. It's funny.
Now this is a big topic because January. Is it before January we need him to sign? In January we need him to get a new contract. Because if you remember, it's been 3 years now.
Yes.
Yeah.
In January.
I believe they'll be working on this contract.
Likewise as well.
That's probably the only reason they're starting him now, because they're like, oh shit, we need to keep him. Throw him in.
They need to. Listen, that's not the only reason why they need to. He's by far, heads or tails, our best defender, in my opinion. And I know it's really, really early to say this, but I own it and I will say it. For me,
early on anyway.
His touch, his composure, his speed, his transitioning, like going back, going forward. He reads the game, his timing, his tackles, he's just got everything. He has got everything. He's strong, he's physical, his aerial duels he wins. And
he's confident.
You know what it is? Sometimes you don't need stats. When you've watched the amount of games I have watched, or most fans have watched, you know instantly those kind of players that are your players. And he had that from the first time I watched him. The same with Saka, the same with Emil Smith-Rowe. I love all of our team. Like, it's like, you know, like when you're that parent, you can't show favoritism to your children. Yeah. And you don't, but you'll always.
I see some truth coming out it.
No, I don't. But like, there's certain players, for me, they're Arsenal players because they have something that resonates with my heart, and these players have that.
Yeah. 100. And to answer your question, Letitia, I've seen the picture. I only saw it recently, though. To be fair, like
1 minute. What is it?
The picture of Saliba in an Arsenal shirt when he was a kid.
Oh,
I only saw it recently.
Yes. So maybe these are the factors that, without us knowing, we can connect with, because they're connecting being at Arsenal with that feeling we have as a fan as well. And that's
even Zinchenko.
Yeah, and Zinchenko. I saw it. There was a Sky interview I saw this morning, like that popped up on Insta, and I was like, you know what? This is beautiful. Like the way he spoke to the media, he gave respect straight away to Manchester City for everything that he's done there. And he said, I've always supported Arsenal as a boy. Now's my time here for the new chapter. And I just thought that's just so nice to hear. Like, these players want to be at Arsenal. It's not just about money. And for a long time, I felt like there was people there just for the paycheck. And I'm happy we're changing that mindset and mentality. I want players that want to be there. I don't want them coming to Arsenal just because of the money and they're just picking up their money and they don't care.
Yeah, exactly. players that want to win stuff with the team.
Yeah.
They generally have a love and passion for it. While we're speaking of Zinchenko, let's speak about his performance yesterday. I thought he done really, really well on that left-hand side. What did you ladies, and let us know in the comments as well, guys, what did you make of Zinchenko?
Do you know what? I was really happy with his performance, but I'm going to be the doom and gloom now. So I could have been better. There was moments where, you know, like his touch was a missed touch or he missed the ball. But it was only a couple of mistakes. Other than that, absolutely superb on that left-hand side. Creating chances, cutting through.
An assist.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the assist. Obviously, I can't forget that big header into Martinelli.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was obviously crucial to the game.
Yeah,
but I feel like I don't know if it was nerves or like first Premier League debut. I don't know what it was. He can't be nervous. He's proven in the league, but there was moments where I was a bit worried. I'm not gonna lie. But other than that, fantastic.
Yeah.
Yourself, Els?
Yeah, I agree. I think he had a decent debut. I think it's hard. And, you know, if we remember, you've got to give credit to Crystal Palace as well. Now,
And
when we played that game, it was that side where they tore us apart. Yeah. So Zinchenko having that little thing is full credit to Crystal Palace. You need to kind of remember those key facts, because poor Tavares, I mean, if you remember that game, yeah, you know, so you can't look at it anything but it was a positive debut. Respect to the opponents. Crystal Palace are
they tested him a lot. They tested
him
massively.
So, you know, whether he was at Arsenal in that position or Man City, he would have been tested that way. And we got a clean sheet, so you have to take the positives from that game. But I'll just want to quickly answer Letitia's question, because I saw it pop up and then we switched quickly. I think she asked me what I said. Let me just see if I can find it. There's a lot of comments in the chat.
Is it Helen?
I think she asked me what I said to Saliba when I met him. And what I said to Saliba is I just told him we love him. The fans all love him. And we're so happy to have him back finally playing for Arsenal Football Club. That's what I told him. And I said, just trust me. You are so loved. I can't wait for you to start playing at the Emirates, for you to see the love that you have in London. Because obviously we're in America, and as much as respect and love to our fans out there, because they are phenomenal, like the love in America, I hope we go there again next year, girls, and I really hope you girls can come and we can do it all together. Like, honestly, the love is just so special when you're out of this country. But the love for the fans being at home from the Emirates crowd is what there is. He hasn't had that yet, and I can't wait for him to experience that, because the Emirates is going to explode against Leicester. The crowd, like after the way our hearts were broken at the end of last season, and seeing the changes that have taken place. I'm not saying we're going to go and win the league or anything like that, but we hit an all-time low last season, like we did, and seeing the positives that are taking place. And maybe the all or nothing as well is coming out at the right time in some ways to still repair some of the pain equally, because we know we're out the other end now after that good pre-season. So psychologically, you know, like the growth, we're all coming together at the right time at the club, and the results are there, the clean sheets are there, and long may they continue.
100%.
It's going to be nice. That first game at home will be nice.
And
God
I think
help Leicester. Trust me, they're going to get taken apart in that game.
Listen, just having that love and passion from the crowd definitely makes a huge, huge difference. And Leicester, that's our next fixture as well. I mean, they've just got rid of Schmeichel.
I know. After 11 seasons.
I know.
Letitia, sorry, I just want to answer her. Yeah, I did say that to him. For me, it was like the duty of care, human to human, like beyond football. Obviously, it's none of my business to talk to him about any of what you've just written. But for me, I just wanted him to know we got you. You know, we love you, and I just want him to know he is loved and wanted, and yeah, that's all. It was all about that, really.
It's so difficult, ain't it? You know, losing loved ones, and he's such a young player
Yeah.
coming to a new country. You know, losing
But
both.
do you know what? Honestly, he's absolutely lovely. Like, his English, because I was a little bit, I didn't really want to, you know, whatever, but then I couldn't not just show him love. And he amazed me at how good his English is. Like, trust me, he's on point. He's absolutely lovely. Yeah, and Sambi, because I met Sambi also, and both of their English, they're just like what Arsenal want. You know, like when I'm like that proud, like they are good ambassadors for Arsenal Football Club. Like, because I know he's had an awful time with abuse online, and just, you know, like when people try, because we get it and the players get it 100 times more than us, and it's a horrible place, this world, at times. So people need to know they're loved, because just one person can help your mindset, and it's hard for guys, and they're young guys as well.
With
so
a lot on their shoulders.
You know, you just want them to be happy. You want them to know they're loved, so you can turn any bad into a positive. And it wasn't that deep. It was like, literally, I just wanted him to know he was loved, and that was it. Like, from a fan perspective.
100%. And that's so important, because as we know, football, it can be a bit of a lonely place, you know, for a player, you know, not getting to do
he's
all
had
the
to move
friends
also,
are doing.
And he's moved to a completely new country. He's got no family support here. I mean, watching the documentary and just seeing from Tierney, I don't know if you saw the bit where you know, like, he's living with our chef, and you know, like, there's things I don't really want to talk about on camera, but I've been through that journey in life. My brother was a professional footballer, so I saw him leave home very young.
It's lonely.
And I know that life. So
it's a big step for them, but you have to give them credit, man, for, you know, holding together and coming out.
We've just got to support our players and our friends 100%. And anyone. You know, I know through lockdown the amount of messages I was getting from fans from all over the world saying we were helping them, and I was like, wow, that touched me, because I know just us being able to watch football was helping me, and being with you guys and us doing the work we were doing was helping me personally. And to know we were reaching so many more people and helping them was really, really nice.
Do you know what? I think it is genius, though, on the brighter side, to live with a chef, because food could be the best comfort, you know. Honestly,
like, I was thinking, how lucky. I want to live with a chef.
That'll be amazing.
But you know, you get some people who do their job, so when they come home, they don't want to do what they do at work. They're like, I need a break from it. So
no, honey, you're not a chef here as well.
Not a chef.
If he comes and cooks at home, or if he's like, I'm not cooking today.
Could you imagine?
No. He was telling him, I'm going to bring this nice venison home for the dog.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man.
and venison is very expensive meat, guys.
Exactly.
So that's my lucky dog.
Dogs eating better than us out here.
No, it's nice. I'm really enjoying the All or Nothing. How you guys finding it? And I want it every week. Can Amazon like sign up Arsenal?
Yeah, it's every Thursday.
I think the next one's out on the 11th, which is
Thursday. But as in, like,
just
forever.
keep it flowing. Like,
don't let it. Can Arsenal just like, can this be a new thing? No.
Yeah. Oh mate, I would absolutely love it. Just going back though to Zinchenko, as we were speaking about, he stayed on, I think it was up until around the 60th minute, and then Kieran Tierney came on. Now, if Kieran Tierney is fully fit to do a whole 90 minutes, who is your option? Do we keep Zinchenko as the starter, or does Kieran Tierney come back in?
I'm not bothered either way, and that's why that's a problem I would love to have. That's the problem I would love to have. Whoever Arteta picks, I don't think I'll be mad about it, unless it was like a very silly reason that someone's clearly not fit and you're starting them. But whoever
that's the luxury.
11,
that's the luxury now that we can hopefully manage Tierney's injuries this way, where we're not, you know, like having to throw him in, like whether it's you're managing 45 minutes each, 60, 30, like they'll ease him back in. If he's got a little strain or a little pull, like, he doesn't need to play full 90 minutes. Whereas other seasons he was having to play because we needed him in every sense of needing him. So
and that's where it messed us up a bit, because Xhaka had to pull into left back at some time. I think Saka even did it once as well, and that's not. See, look, that's
exactly what I was going to say next. Yeah,
and
that's why that's such a good signing, and that's why Mikel is just ticking box after box on. I see what he's doing. The fans that are so critical on Arteta, I don't know what they're not understanding at times, because there's more to like signing a player other than just stats.
Yeah.
Mm.
And just big names.
Yeah,
Exactly. And sometimes that's what some fans look at, innit? The hype around the player and everything. What are we saying about on that right-hand side? Obviously, we've seen Ben White filling in. When Tommy Asu's fit and ready to go again, what are we saying? Is it the same situation?
I think it's the same situation that side. And either or, you've got free fighting for your central defensive partnerships, and you've got cover on the right. So, you know, I feel like he's just getting them used to playing all the positions because we know we're a bit light within the squad.
Yeah.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
100%
more than your.
Sorry.
Our next fixture now is going to be against Leicester City. We just touched lightly on, you know, their squad looking a bit depleted. You know, I think if you're a Leicester City fan, you might be a little bit concerned. The fact that Schmeichel's gone, Tielemans being linked with a move. Fofana seems a bit unhappy there as well and wants out of the club. As an Arsenal fan, what's our views going into this fixture?
My views are bring the game on.
Bring it on, baby. We ready.
We're ready. Yeah,
Ready.
I'm not disrespecting Leicester because they're a very strong team, but I feel like they haven't really reinforced heavily. They've lost key players. Schmeichel's left.
Maddison could be going.
Yeah, Maddison's a little bit up in the air. Tielemans is up in the air. You know, like they're not where we are right now. So, but anyway, like regardless of where they are, I feel like we're opening our campaign at home. The love of the fans, the 12th man that is so crucial to Arsenal is going to be there from kickoff. And I'm expecting nothing but a win, 3 points, and potentially another clean sheet.
Likewise. You expecting the same as well, Pippa?
100%. 100%.
Like, I'm not about watching what other teams are doing. I'm just about focusing on our own business. I don't business about what others are doing.
I will be watching the games today and tomorrow, though. Can't lie to you.
No, that's
where everyone's at.
You want to see where who's getting off. You want to see who's clicking, who needs, you know, like, and I understand that. But for me, I only really care about Arsenal. I only care about us winning. I only care that we are fulfilling our full potential at every point to move to where we need to be. And that's challenging for the title and definitely securing, you know, Champions League football consistently again.
Third place finish. Oh, it's so exciting to have the Premier League back. It feels like it's been gone forever, but we've obviously had the Women's Euros, which was amazing.
We need to give respect.
You ladies, listen, every single team who participated in the Euros, you've just done us proud. You've all done really well. And, you know, let's hope this is the start of something big for females.
Not hope.
We're going to make this the start.
Yes.
We all have a duty as women and as football fans to promote and to make sure that everybody is watching the women's game, is respecting the women's game. And we need equality and equal everything throughout the world of football for women, from our young girls having access to playing football in schools, which they do not have in most schools in London anyway, that I know. Most their after school curricular bits, if we're lucky to have a sports teacher that maybe works in a school that loves football, or a male PE teacher. There's not many of the women teachers that teach that, you know, can take PE in primary schools that are qualified. So we all have a responsibility to really put pressure now, because our women, let's remember, our women won the Euros.
Yes. The Lionesses.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, so that's big. That's very big. So we all need to just keep helping raise the profile and put the pressure on the right boards to help grow the sport further and bridge the gap, because there is such a big gap in football. as there is in society for women.
Yes, time for things to change now, which it already has. Well, ladies, it's been great meeting this morning, and thank you to everyone in the comments who's got involved. Just a quick last question here from Letitia saying, are any of you going to the away games in your own?
Yes,
we're gonna be there.
We'll be there.
Watch out on our
Will
story.
you be there? How many of our fans are going to be there with us?
hopefully we see something out there.
Exactly. Hopefully we can
say hi to us if you're there.
Yeah, speak to us and everything. But thank you guys for joining us. Listen, these shows are back. We're going to be here talking after each fixture. So make sure you guys hit that notification button. Make sure you stay tuned. It's been great having you all here, and we'll see you again after the Leicester game. I'm Charlene Smith. This is Pippa Monique. This is Helen Luca, and we're signing out. See you soon.